Hey everybody, Stuart Macadam here, and in today's video I'm going to be talking about how I get video ideas for my YouTube channel. Now this has been a question that's been asked over and over and over again, but it's one that I've typically avoided until now. And one of the reasons for that is because it's quite a process and it's quite a journey to just get to the end stage of making videos, because you have to go through quite a process to get there. But I've decided that because so many people have asked how I make all my videos and where I get my inspiration for them, I'm just going to put a video together so you can get a bit of an idea as to what goes into it, and maybe it'll surprise you as to how long the process takes. Maybe it won't, but let's get straight into it. Just before we do though, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and smash that like button as well. Help the YouTube algorithm and help this channel reach more people as well. So here's a quick look at what we're going to cover today. We'll have a look at the research stages. We'll look at what competitors are doing. We'll look at producing fresh original content. Now these are typically the three stages that I go through in order to really get a good idea as to what type of video content I want to produce for the channel that's going to be useful for the people that are watching, both with my subscribers and also those who may find my video through some other platform or medium. So in the first stages, it'll be looking at just general research. What sort of questions are people asking about Facebook ads? And in order to do that, I'll start looking through forums like Reddit. I'll have a look at Quora. We'll look through just general like Facebook groups, social media marketing groups, and have a look at the questions that people who are beginners or have an intermediate level knowledge of Facebook ads are asking. And some of the recent ones have been related to the Apple iOS changes. Some of the sort of beginner level questions are about creating custom conversions and how does the Pixel set up different conversion stages, how many conversions am I allowed to track at one particular time. It could be something which you see in the question search tools like Answer the Public. It may be a question like how do Facebook ads work? Could be which Facebook ads are the most effective. It'll be what's the difference between Facebook traffic ads and Facebook landing page view ads. How do I get the best return on investment with Facebook ads? So there's really like a huge amount of questions that you can put together in terms of coming up with different video ideas, and it's really just a case of using all of those possible ideas and looking at how many people exactly are answering that question, asking that question. And that sort of brings you to the second stage one, which I really sort of like to have a look at quite frequently, and that is what are people popping into YouTube and what type of results are coming up as a result of it. So just to give you an example here, I just placed Facebook ads tips 2021, Facebook marketing 2021, and as you can see here, there's sort of results that typically come from people that are quite prominent. So Wes McDowell's pretty big, Jordan Platten's pretty big as well. I have seen a bit of Eric Preston. From Nick down here, not so much. Fred Lamb, haven't really looked into his content too much, but really enjoy having a look at what their keywords are. So you can see here Facebook ads for beginners, how the Facebook algorithm works, my newest secret strategies and pro tips. So really just content and keywords that are going together hand in hand and looking to engage people. So ultimately, if somebody is doing a YouTube search for Facebook ads, tips and advice, there will generally be a couple of things that they'll look at. It'll be how the video relates to the keyword and or phrase that they popped in there, what the thumbnail is like, and also what the keyword is here. So if you look here, for example, Facebook ads tips, Facebook ads strategy, that's reasonably close. Biggest Facebook ads mistakes in 2021, that's one that's a little bit off the beaten path. Whereas in this one here, does $5 Facebook ad strategy still work in 2021? That's probably one that I think someone who is a little bit more along the line of Facebook understanding to click through, whereas in someone who's just wanting to get started out is likely to click through on these two videos right here, as you can see. So I'll spend a bit of time having a look at different keywords, different metrics, what the thumbnails look like, what the titles are like, and how it relates to the overall sort of, I guess, the journey which someone needs to go on and what they're most likely to click through on. And if you just sort of want to get my opinion right now on what I'd be most likely to click through out of these videos here, it would probably be these two bottom ones right here. I have been in marketing for too long to know exactly what these types of videos are going to be all about, and I also know exactly what they're talking about too. So probably would look at these ones right here. They're a little bit more intriguing, and I like this sort of like thumbnail right here and this thumbnail and just the title as well. It looks like something that's interesting and unique, which comes to the next thing is I will go and scroll through what the competitors out there are doing. I'll have a look at their channel content, what thumbnails they're putting up, what they're discussing in the videos, the length of their videos, how long they are, what information they are providing, whether it is information that is done as like a live stream, whether it is a slick edited video done as like a sort of slide presentation, whether it's got moving footage as you go. And it really just does come down to who exactly the content creator is. With people like Neil Patel, I generally find that he tends to be someone that works at a very introductory level, easy to understand, presents very well, sometimes does something a little bit more advanced, but normally saves that type of content for paid courses. With Jordan Platten, it tends to be a variety of things. He does interviews, he does advice videos, he does tutorials. It's a range of different videos that all sort of adds up quite nicely. Wes McDowell is the same. I also try to look at the smaller channels as well, because I think a lot of the information which they do share on there is valuable and helpful. And ultimately, I'm trying to provide value and advice that people can take on board and be empowered to make informed decisions on when it comes to Facebook marketing and Facebook ads. So it's nice to look at people like Andrew Kingston here. He's only got 22 subscribers, but if you have a look at the type of videos that he's doing, I actually really like the quality of the videos, and I might just include one of them, one of his videos that I really enjoyed watching in the description box below, so you can have a look at it and maybe visit his channel as well and support him and the content that he's putting out. So that sort of brings us up to the next one, producing original content that is new and hasn't been done before. And I want to do that, like I want to create videos that no one else has created. I want to do, things that haven't been done by 300 other content creators on YouTube. I was thinking earlier on at the start of the year about doing a full Facebook, business suite tutorial for everybody, and I actually just did one recently just on how to navigate the business suite, not sort of setting everything up, including the business manager and ads manager and so on, just because there'd been so many repeated requests for it. And that sort of comes to the second point. I have to be conscious of what people are searching for and want to know, and that sort of like goes hand in hand. I always try to keep as much of a balance as possible. I want to provide video information for common questions that people are asking, but I want it to be as original as possible. So one of the things that you probably see right throughout my video channels is that I don't think I have yet, and you can correct me if I'm wrong here, I don't think I have done a video on the same topic twice. So for example, if I talk about how to set up a Facebook audience for beginners, I haven't gone back to doing that again as a standalone video. If it comes to setting up your first ad, I haven't done a second video on that. I've always been very mindful that people's time and attention is important, and if you do want to see a tutorial video that I've done on those things, you can just go through my video archives, or you can just type in how to set up a Facebook audience, Stuart Macadam, and you'll see the video that I've done on that. I try not to dwell on doing the same content twice, unless there's been updates in the Facebook platform and there is a requirement to actually go out and produce new, fresh content to adjust and, inform people about the changes that have been made and sort of explain it step by step. And I've got friends that have YouTube channels as well. I have one friend who every couple of months he will do the same video about a particular sort of marketing software platform, and he'll sort of do, in the same way, but it'll be 2020 and then 2021, and that seems to work really well for him and his channel. I've got another person that I know in business, and she's got quite a good following on her YouTube channel about helping people build a YouTube channel, and she's done a very good job. But I found that, again, a lot of her content tends to get a little bit repetitive, just with slight variations though, and I just find that sort of thing boring and repetitive. And I've gotten to a point now where if I see the same video with a slightly different alteration come out, I'll just exit out of it. And I don't want to develop that reputation as being that person who's just playing for monetization or rehashing old content. I want it to be as fresh and original as possible. And I can tell you what, there are so many different questions out there that people are asking about Facebook ads all the time, and the platform is changing all the time, that I've actually got enough content to keep going for probably the next 5 or 6 months, just with the current questions that are being asked at the moment. And that goes down to the next thing as well, which is answering people's questions of the week. So once a week, I'll devote an entire video to answering somebody's question that they've put forward about a certain issue that they've had on Facebook. And that sort of comes up under the Facebook FAQs as well, which is the fourth thing too. And that'll be from the forum platforms like Answer the Public, Quora, Reddit, and those platforms, looking at frequent questions that are coming up more and more and addressing that one. So, biggest opportunity area I've noticed right now though, in terms of producing content, and it's something that I would like to keep going, and if you've got an idea here, please pop it in the comments section below, and that is actually testing Facebook ads with my money and seeing what sort of results are produced on the back of it. So one that we're running at the moment is, what type of text is the most effective? Is it long copy, is it short copy, or is it long emoji copy? And that's basically a test to just see which type of copy is going to produce the best results, is going to have the best CPM, it's going to have the best cost per click, it's going to have the best engagement, click-through rate, and so on. So, challenge that I have with that, or I guess the opportunity area that I had with that, is that I noticed that almost all the social media marketers will never test what they teach on YouTube. So if they're teaching how to do A/B tests, if they're teaching how to do setting up a custom audience, setting up a remarketing campaign, they'll never share those results openly on Facebook. Many of them will have, courses that they sell, and that's perfectly fine. But a lot of these results are never openly shared, so people can see the results for themselves and make up their own mind about whether or not they are effective. And I'm, of course, 100% aware that these industries, there are different industries, there are different niches and different product offerings and so on that are available. So one of the things that I've thought about doing on a bigger scale is just using my ad account with different metrics, and sort of maybe running in the future, doing the same test with a bigger budget, and using that as an indication and helping inform people about how effective it is, and whether it's a conventional wisdom assumption or whether it's something that's actually validated by fact and results and evidence. So, I'm defying the current trend of just teaching things, I actually like to test it all as well, because I want to know what the results are of these tests, because it's interesting and it's informative, and it helps you adjust your marketing strategy on Facebook and your ad strategy by empowering you to know sort of what's working the most effectively. And I want the same thing for you as well. So again, if you've got any Facebook ads tests that you'd like to see, if you've got any sort of A/B tests that you think would be interesting, whether it's different thumbnails, whether it is testing for add to cart or conversion purchase, whether it's video views versus traffic audience, whatever it might be, please leave a comment below. It would be great to hear your thoughts and input there. And with that said, I'll say thank you very much for watching, everybody. Please don't forget to like this video, and also subscribe if you are new to the channel. Gotta leave a couple of links in the comments section below to some of the past videos I've done and I've mentioned, and also give you a link to that YouTube channel as well, so you can go and visit it. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Bye bye.